Hello, friends. I'm Nitin Vashisht. I'm a chartered accountant and MBA finance by profession. Uh, this is a series I'm starting, to let you know about various financial terms and terminologies, which as a layman, which we as a finance as well as non-finance people, come across every day in our everyday's life. So I will touch upon these terms and let you know about those terms, so that next time you come across these terms, you have better understanding on what exactly these terms are. So to start with my video today, I will tell you about the topic I will be covering today in my video. Today I will tell you about systematic risk. So, a systematic risk, what is that? Risk is basically, as the name suggests, it's the risk for the industry. So, it could be the risk for the industry, it could be the risk for the economy, it could be the risk for you as a person or as an individual. So, what is systematic risk? So, systematic risk is basically a risk for the economy as well as for the industry, and it refers to the risk inherent. Inherent means permanent. So systematic risk refers to the risk inherent or permanent to the entire market or the market segment. So the first point to be noted here is that systematic risk is inherent, and it is basically inherent to the entire market or to the entire market segment. It is not for one small segment the risk is there, but for half of the market it is there is a risk. For another half it is there is no risk. No, systematic risk is inherent to the entire market or to the entire market segment. Systematic risk is also known as undiversifiable risk, or that means it affects the whole overall market, not just a particular stock or industry. As I told you earlier, it affects the entire industry, it affects the entire market, it affects the entire economy, not just for few industries or few companies. So this type of risk is both unpredictable and impossible to completely avoid. So you cannot avoid these risks. So systematic risk is basically is you cannot avoid it. It will certainly come. So you have to take precautions for those risks. How can we take precaution? How can we safeguard ourselves? We can safeguard ourselves by, as an industry, we can safeguard ourselves by diversification. We have to diversify into different segments. So it basically mitigate it. It does not completely protect you, but it can mitigate your risk. Or you can diversify, or you can go, or through hedging you can somehow mitigate the systematic risk. Now I will give you some examples of systematic risk. So systematic risk can be change of laws. Systematic risk can be tax reforms. It can be interest rate hikes. It can be earthquakes, natural disasters. It could be political instability in the country. It can be changes to the foreign policies. It can be the change in currency value. So all these are systematic risk, which impacts the whole economy, which impacts the whole industry. So how can you mitigate that systematic risk? You need to diversify into different segments. So this is all about systematic risk. I hope you would have understand the term systematic risk. In case you still have any query regarding the same, just write to me in my comment section. I will certainly write back to you to clarify your points. Guys, thanks for watching my video. I hope you will certainly come up again and watch my more videos on various financial topics. And I'm sure you would have really liked my video. In case you liked it, please click on the bell icon and do subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.